Greeting YouTube. Today I'd like to talk about Stylus, or Styli, I guess technically that would be the plural. And I have been using this, which is a friendly Swede long stylus. I did a review about this already on my channel. And they are longer than a pen size. I've got a like 8 inches long. I think my span is 9 inches, so it's a little less than nine, about 8 inches long. And they're pen-like, flip, lanyard hole I've never used, and a traditional squishy foam style tip. Um, and I bought three of these in a pack. And recently I couldn't find one, so I'm like annoyed because I have one here in the office, one in the bedroom, one in the living room, which is the places I use my phone most. Um, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna guess even if I find the darn thing, I want to have a backup. So I went online and I looked around and I found this company here, which is Guugei, I think, or Guugei. Not real shocker on that one. He's from China. And this is a package of five blue, silver, black, kind of a reddish, um, and a purple. The blue's in the living room, and the purple is right here because purple's my favorite color. So I keep it in the office where I spend most of my time when I'm awake is in the office. Now, there is a There, the new one, the Gay, is ever so slightly smaller, just like you know, tiny, tiny bit. It has exactly the same lanyard, probably came around at the same damn factory, and the clips look almost identical. But this is also the barrel is a little thicker, and I actually like that. I have arthritis. This is actually more comfortable to use. Done. But this is the best part. These tips just screw on and off. They're one piece, and the thing came with came with five extras of those. So that's awesome. And since I only ever have three places I use them, I got seven extra tips on there. Okay. Now this is the best part though. This tip and this tip. See a color difference? That's foam. That's mesh. That's metal mesh, which is going to be a heck of a lot more durable. Now let me turn my phone on real quick. So the responsiveness on this is just beautiful. It's a very lively, simple. The touch is light. Now the interesting thing, though, I noticed is that I'm never going to be able to record it 'cause it's incredibly, incredibly. But when you push on it, it makes this tiny, almost inaudible little tweak because it's a metal mesh, and you're actually listening to the mesh kind of go tweak, tweak. Now, that could potentially, I'll freely admit, bug some people, but it's really, really tiny, but it just makes me smile. It sounds like I've got a little mouse in there going, "Boop, boop, boop," moving stuff around for me. Um, but I really like these things. They are very responsive. The thicker barrel is more comfortable for my hand. I guess, again, arthritis. Um, and that mesh is just beautiful. Not to mention, I'll freely admit, is by particular variety of autism. I like shiny metal. I mean, I literally keep pieces of shiny metal around me just because I find them. This is a dance paperweight, which has a great tactile sensation, and it's bright and shiny, and I like that. Um, so having metal on there to me is a much better design. And that, I mean, I've got the things, and I'm playing with it. I'm like, why the hell hasn't everybody gone to having a metal tip like this? Because it's superior to the responsiveness, the feel on the screen. There's less drag. It just moves more smoothly. Now I don't use this for drawing or something like that. So I cannot tell you how that works. But again, there's no drag. It just slides across that. That I think would be very useful for an artist. So I would love to hear if anybody out there has ever used this particular brand for art, um, because this is awesome. I think this is awesome. And one of the reasons I use it is I'm not good with my finger when it comes to phone. I am a late adopter of smartphones. I don't think I got one until I was after 50. Yeah, I was like 53, I think, 54 before I got my first smartphone. And I'm 60 now, so I'm used to them. But I can never get my bloody goddamn finger to be where I want to on those on a smartphone. So when I have to use my smartphone like in the field, like I'm at work or in the car or something, and I don't have a stylus, and I have to use my finger. It's always very cumbersome for me. This is much more comfortable, and it means like my hand, which is a much larger object, is not in the way. So I just have this thinner object when I'm doing stuff, so that I'm not obscuring the screen as much with this thing. And again, I find it like this, and sometimes when my arthritis is particularly uncomfortable, I'll actually sometimes hold it like this, just because I can still move things quite easily, and I'm using these two fingers a lot in a very in a grip that's more comfortable. I can't write like this. Like this is kind of my your writing position. But I'm not writing with a pen. I'm not writing with this. I'm not doing drawing. I used to sketch. So if I go like this, it's okay. I can still do that because I'm not actually pushing on something to produce graphite and paper interaction. So yeah, these things are awesome. I really like them. And again, this is the Guugei. I think that's how you say it. Guugiei. So yeah, it says professional. In the back it says phone case, cable, earphone, charger, holder. So I'm assuming they have an entire uh, line, and it says designed by Guudeye, Gudeyi in Shenzhen, all rights reserved. So, you know, designed and produced in China, and they do a darn good job. And a little blurb on the back again, a little barcode. I've never used it. I'm not big in reading barcodes, QR codes rather. They always make me nervous. There's a lot of information you can be put onto your phone with a QR code. Not real thrilled with those. But yeah, this is awesome. And if any of you out there who's ever used one of these things for drawing, I would like to hear about your experiences. I can tell you as my end user when it just comes to using a touch screen on my phone, this thing is